let's go. This is a reset year for the NFL. Okay? I it's a pattern. It's just a pattern. I'm not, I'm not Nostradamus. I'm excellent at pattern recognition. All right? And every so often, the NFL goes through a reset year. It's where they basically take some teams that don't usually get to participate in all the fun activities this time of year, and they allow them to join. Sometimes they deserve it. Sometimes they don't. I think this year, the participants have deserved their spot. I do. I'm hating on a few of them, but I feel like they deserve it. In a reset year, you'll see the top dogs disappear, at least for a season. That's the Chiefs. And people may sit back and go, oh, is the dynasty over? Are they just going to completely fall apart now? No. I'm not a Chiefs fan, by the way, but they will be back next year. They will be back. They'll be back in the playoffs, probably make a run. Who knows, right? This is the same pattern as the Patriots organization. That's what the NFL is doing with them. I'm sure Patrick Mahomes will have to sacrifice, a lamb or something, wink, wink. But something will happen, and they'll be right back in it. And you look this year on a reset year, right? You've got these teams that we haven't seen at this level in a while. The Seahawks have been okay, but this year, number 1 seed. The Jaguars, a few years ago, they were okay. This year, like they're in the top tier. They're a team right now that you look at and you go, for me as a Bucs fan, I'm hating on you. I hope you guys get exposed, and I hope, I wish nothing but failures upon Liam Cohen, to be real. And I mean that with every ounce of my heart. Yes, the way he left still stings, but he's a coach, man. The dude, he clearly is just an unbelievable mind in the NFL. I really can't stand that. I really like him so much, but nevertheless, the Jaguars are back up there. Could make a run. I would not be shocked if they made a run. A team that I would be shocked would be the Panthers. All right, I know they're in my division, and you're gonna say I'm just being a hater here, but I just don't see any team in our division as being worthy of going very deep in the playoffs. Not right now. And when I look at Bryce Young and this Panthers team, I'm telling you, to me, they're trash. They really are. I look at Bryce Young, and he's like a little kid. He's like a little kid. And some of that I appreciate. I appreciate his youthful energy. But I just don't see him as being someone that's going to lead a bunch of men into the Super Bowl and win it. I just don't see it. Again, maybe I'm just being a hater because he's in my division. That is a possibility, all right? I'm just being transparent, all right? I do love Dave Canales. Again, back-to-back offensive coordinators that the Bucs lost that I really liked. Dave Canales was more of I don't know. He was just that beaming light of positivity. May 7th, Taurus. I share that birthday with him. And I don't know, man. There was just something about him that I just genuinely appreciated. Every press conference was nothing but positivity. And I think that's probably the biggest reason why Bryce Young has had success, because he was down low. I mean, you go back, he was down low. And I think Dave Canales came in there and gave him a shot of energy, a few good pep talks. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not even going to say who I think is going to win this week. because I honestly, there are only two teams that I have any predictions for. That's the Packers and the Steelers. I predict that the Packers, and I've been saying this all year long, right? I've been saying this all year long. This isn't something new for me. Packers, NFC Championship game. Steelers, AFC Championship game. Everyone in the world is going to say that it's all rigged. They're setting it up for Rodgers to play his former team. Just watch. Just watch. That will happen. And then I also predict that neither team, maybe one will, but I don't foresee both teams making it to the Super Bowl. And then that'll be when they reel everybody back in and they go, oh, it wasn't rigged. It's rigged. All right. You're going to see some shady calls in these games in the playoffs that are going to have you thinking, oh my goodness, they're setting it up for Rodgers to play his former team. Just watch. And then much like, again, they go in cycles. I'm not Nostradamus here. Much like Brett Favre when he was with Minnesota, Aaron Rodgers is going to play an excellent game, and then he's going to make some bozo throw at the end of the game for an interception that's going to cost it for the Steelers, and they're not going to make it to the Super Bowl. And then their team's going to have to make a big-time decision as to what they're going to do with Tomlin, because next year is going to be some big changes, right? Rodgers probably going to retire or move on or whatever. I don't know. He's probably done. I don't see him coming back. Tomlin could be gone, but nevertheless, that's the only two that I'm predicting. Those two teams will make it to their conference championship games. Now, this weekend, who do I want to win and lose? Well, it's a revenge game for the Rams against the Panthers. I'm big on revenge games. I genuinely feel like they're going to win that game. I wouldn't be shocked if the Panthers won, because the Rams really haven't been playing that well. But because the Rams are the team I think will win the Super Bowl, as bad as they've looked, obviously I think they're going to win this game. I'm big on revenge games. They just lost to the Panthers here in Charlotte, like a month ago. They're going to win that game. Bills playing the Jaguars tomorrow. I am rooting for the Bills, but like I said, the Jaguars are tough, man. They really are. We've got the Packers against the Bears. Obviously, if I'm saying that the Packers are going to be in the NFC Championship game, well, then guess what? I think they're going to beat the Bears. I'm telling you. And that's going to be a game that you might see some like shady calls, and you'll be like, what is going on? Just saying. Who else have we got this weekend? I don't know. I'm going blank. I can't even remember the other games. Those are the ones that I'm going to be paying attention to. Obviously, you've got the Steelers and the Texans on Monday night. And I think that could be a game you see some shady stuff going on in favor of the Steelers. Yeah. Anyway, that's about all I got. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.